Alright guys, I'm back with another video for you today, and today I'm reviewing a fragrance called Sawlaj from the house of Kajal. This is a fragrance that was launched some years ago, and it's from a collection called the FIDDAH Collection. This is a Saffron review video, and today I'll let you know all about Sawlaj, and we do have a full bottle giveaway of Sawlaj as well if you are a subscriber of this channel. So if you're curious to learn about Sawlaj and have a chance at winning a bottle, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. That's right, today I'm talking about Sawlaj. Sawlaj is a fragrance I first experienced about 2.5 years ago. And when I first experienced it, I noticed a standout note in it that I'm really a big fan of. One note stood out, and I was like, I kept thinking about this fragrance and wanting to discover it more. So I wanted to review it and, of course, test it out and see what it's all about and let you know all about it. So today I'm going to tell you all about this one. And of course, as I said, we do have a full bottle giveaway, and I'll let you know how to participate at the end of the video. But before I tell you all this, if this is your first time tuning into my channel and you still haven't subscribed, please do click the subscribe button below, and also click the bell so that you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. So as I said, I first discovered this one about 2.5 years ago, and I kept coming back to it, wanting to review it because of that one standout note. That note is patchouli, but since I've been testing this one out, it's not the main star of this particular fragrance. Absolutely not. It's there to support it, but there are other notes that are the main stars here, and I'll let you know all about it. But I specifically requested this fragrance to be sent to me, and I'm going to let you know about the fragrance all honestly. But Sawlaj by Kajal is a 2017 launch. It comes in Eau De Parfum concentration. The perfumer behind Sawlaj is Christian Carbonnel, and it's considered a leather fragrance, but I would go to the extent of calling it a leather or a woody spicy fragrance as well. This fragrance has notes of Amalfi lemons, Labdanum at the top. Heart notes feature jasmine, rose, carnation, patchouli, leather. Finally, in the base notes, vetiver, benzoin, oakmoss, and vanilla. So the notes seem like notes that I would really like, right? They're definitely notes that I enjoy. The carnation actually in this one is a note that is not something that I experience quite frequently, but here it does work, and it's one of the main notes. It's a leather fragrance after all, as I said, and leather and carnation are pretty much neck and neck with how much of it stands out for me, but they work wonderfully together, I have to be honest. But there is a little quote I want to read to you from Kajal's website about Sawlaj. Sawlaj is for the influential person that wants to create a bold and strong impression, a fragrance that is assertive and at the same time attractive. It simply portrays character and authority. The wearer's presence is portrayed as the big boss. This is a big boss kind of fragrance for sure. It's big and bold, and also very, very masculine. So if you like the idea of masculine fragrances, this is the one for you. Keep in mind, it's a leather though, so if you like leather, then I highly recommend you try this one. So for me, Sawlaj starts off with a blast of lemon. The two kinds of lemon appear. It's a lemony start, but the lemons don't last too long because that labdanum note at the top is creeping in and dominating the top notes. It starts becoming smoky, resinous, and ambery at the top right away. So it is an ambery experience at the top with a little bit of lemons. The lemons don't last too long. So when we are into the heart notes, we're experiencing floral touches. The jasmine is fairly prominent, a little more than the rose, but I do pick up a little rose as well. Patchouli is there, and originally I thought about this fragrance as being a patchouli fragrance, but it's more of a supporting player. Basically supports the carnation, the leather very, very wonderfully here. So in the end, the fragrance is mostly about the carnation and leather. And carnations for me are flowers that are spicy. They remind me of cloves. I love the smell of cloves, and I love the smell of carnations because they remind me of one another. And here I think it's a nice complement to the leather. It's not something I've experienced quite a bit of in the past, this a combo of leather with carnations, and it does work. The leather is a dry, slightly smoky leather, the carnation being spicy and floral at the same time. So I think the combination works, and as I said, the patchouli here complements these two notes as well as the jasmine does, but mostly the heart is for the leather and carnation. In the base notes, we're experiencing some vetiver. It's a little earthy, grassy here, woodsy at the same time, some oak moss as well. There are sweet notes of benzoin and vanilla here as well, and it doesn't, it does get a little sweet, not a lot. so it's not an overly sweet fragrance. In fact, this particular fragrance leans less sweet than it is sweet. So if you're expecting something sweet, it's not really. So for me, base notes are mostly about the Vetiver and Oakmoss, and mostly the Oakmoss here. And I think right now you're still experiencing the Carnation spiciness and the leather touches. So it's nicely blended with the Vetiver and the Oakmoss. So in the end, it's an overdose of leather with carnations, and it's an ultra masculine fragrance. Lots of woodsy resinous touches here as well, and not so sweet. For me, I experience it to be spicy. The spices are very, very stand out, and I think those spices are basically coming from the carnations, because there's not a lot of spices mentioned, if at all, here for this particular fragrance. So in the end, it's mostly about the cloves, which is basically the carnations and the leather. It's a great scent. It's a wonderful scent. When you're in the mood for a floral spicy leather, it should definitely be one like Kajal's Sawlaj. Now, we do have a full bottle giveaway, as I said, over at saflarbon.com. There's a link in the info box. Click that, head over there, follow their rules, and then come back here and let me know what your thoughts are on this fragrance. Have you sampled it? Do you like the idea of the carnations, the spicy clove-like carnation note with the leather note? Let me know. Put a comment down so I can find out. Also, let me know if you're a fan of Kajal and what are your favorite fragrances from this house. Either way, guys, thanks so much for watching today's review for Kajal's Sawlaj. If you have any questions or comments, please do list below. Otherwise, please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.